One morning, the sun was coming up over the hills, the smell of breakfast was drifting out of the diners, and the same old pickup trucks parked outside the same old gas station. But by noon, the town was empty, silent, even like a ghost had swept through. What followed would become one of the most bizarre events in history. A moment so strange, so unsettling that to this day, nobody can quite explain what happened. At first, no one thought much of it. The town was small, just over 300 people, the kind of place where you wave to everyone even if you don't know their name. That morning, everything looked normal. Kids went to school, coffee brewed in the cafe on Main Street, the post office opened at 9 a.m. right on time. But then, just a few hours later, around noon, a delivery driver pulled into the town with a shipment of supplies, and he noticed something weird. There was nobody there. No cars moved, no footsteps, no chatter from the diner or music from the hardware store. He knocked on the shop doors and heard nothing. He drove through the streets, completely empty, not one person in sight. And the strangest part? It didn't look abandoned. The lights were on in homes, radios were playing. In one house, there was a pot of soup still simmering on the stove. In another, the front door was wide open, with a baby stroller left in the middle of the living room. The driver called 911. Local police arrived, then more officers. By the end of the day, the entire town was declared a potential crisis zone. Rescue teams were brought in. Drones flew overhead, and search dogs were deployed. They scoured every building, every wooded trail, every inch of the river that ran along the town's edge. No signs of struggle, and no footprints leading away. It was like every person, man, woman, child had simply vanished. The governor got involved. The media caught wind of it, and news vans rolled in with cameras, but all they could film were empty streets and flickering porch lights. And then, just when panic was about to set in, they came back. Exactly 24 hours after the last person was seen, residents began reappearing. Walking in from the woods, driving back in, showing up at their homes, unlocking their front doors with no explanation. And every single one of them had the same story. What are you talking about? We never left. When told that they had been gone, entirely vanished, they didn't believe it. Some even got defensive, and yet no one could remember anything unusual. To them, it had just been a normal day. Even weirder, surveillance footage from that day was gone. Every security camera in the town either went dark or had files that mysteriously corrupted. No one could find any usable footage from that 24-hour window. Phones were dead, text messages sent during the disappearance were never received, and there were no GPS pings for any of the town's residents. Almost like they'd fallen off the grid entirely and then just came back. So what happened? Some think it was a mass hallucination. Maybe a gas leak or some kind of environmental event that caused the town to black out mentally. Others go further. Government experiment? Dimensional glitch? Maybe even aliens. A few residents privately admitted they did remember something strange. A loud hum in the air just before things went fuzzy. One woman said she remembered looking up and seeing the sky fold in on itself, as she said. But those claims were dismissed. Officially, the state closed the case with no findings. Unofficially, they never figured it out. And the town? It's still there. People live there. They go about their business, but they don't talk about that day. Locals call it the missing day, and no one seems eager to dig it back up. So what do you think happened? Was it a government cover-up? Some kind of rift in reality, or something even stranger? Drop your theory down below. I want to hear what you think.